Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I'll be your host for today's live stream, and my name's Connor. Let's get right into things because things are really picking up. And we got some interesting developments happening right now in the charts that I want to go over. So let's get right into it. Shout out to everybody. Hope you're all having a great weekend out there. Be sure to smash that like button on your way into the live stream, and let's make this one a good one. And let's get ready for this week because some big things could be happening. Now, before we even talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, one kind of indicator that it's going to be a good week, good end to October, is the MicroStrategy stock trading on the NASDAQ. On Friday, it did put in a beautiful green candle, breaking out into price discovery. All right. And MicroStrategy they own a ton of Bitcoin. All right. So basically, this is traditional finance's exposure to Bitcoin, not with ETFs, and it just broke out into price discovery. So that's a very good indicator right there that we might be seeing something like this for Bitcoin coming very soon. And if there was ever a time for Bitcoin to start to go up out of the 7-month range, it's now or in the very short-term future. So here we have Bitcoin on the daily time frame. This weekend, nothing really happened. Here's the Saturday candle. Price went up. Here's our Sunday candle that will close in 28 minutes. Price went back down to where it started on Saturday. Now it's kind of somewhere at the bottom end of, yesterday's daily candle. So nothing really happened this weekend. Market structure is still bullish in my opinion. And what are we looking for to start this week or to happen this week? It's very simple. We're looking for the move to $68,000. All right, that is our first objective. After that, what are we looking for? I mean, look, we're looking for the move into price discovery. Let's be real for a second. Bitcoin did not trade sideways for 7 months in a bull flag pattern to not break out of it into price discovery. Being that we're in the halving year, it's well after the halving now, like 6 months or something, 5 months. Elections 3 weeks away. There's so many bullish catalysts, MicroStrategy breaking out into price discovery. It's time, right? It's time. So I am bullish to start the week. Now in the local time frames, our first order of business would be to clear our red box. All right. And the first kind of line of defense that the bears have set up is right up here at $63,500, the start of the red box. All right, so what we want to see is we want to see a move into this area, and we want to kind of eat up all the orders, eat up all the liquidity, and just leave the bears in the dust. All right, if we do end up dipping into our green area of demand on the chart, you guys know what to do, right? Demand in a bullish time, in a bullish market, wholesale prices are simply for buying, okay? So if we see a move into the green area, be looking to buy that dip, in my very own humble opinion, for the eventual move out of this up to 68K and then into price discovery. That's what we're looking for to start the week, or that's what I'm looking for. You can look for whatever you want, but that's what I'm looking for. And we'll see what happens. We got our weekly candle close in 26 minutes. If we look at our weekly candle right now, it is closing in a doji. All right. We'll see if we get any last minute action right before the weekly close. That does happen at times, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen again. But again, weekly close, 25 minutes. We got a doji indecision candle right here. But I am staying on the bullish side of the spectrum, and we'll see how we go. Let's get into our live chat a little bit and see what's happening. Shout out to Kazuya. Kazuya says, hello, Connor. Great to see you back again. Any thoughts on Elon / wrapped ETH? Also rich on Sol. Elon. So 5 months old. I remember this one. That guy on Twitter, what's his name? There's some guy that pushed, I don't know, I forget the guy's name, that he pushed this super hard, then he sold it. Everybody got mad at him. Usual Memecoin kind of shenanigans. 1 second. Alrighty. All good. Sorry about that, lads. My thoughts on this coin: could it make a comeback? For sure, it could. Look, we're in a meme coin super cycle, guys. If we look at this is interesting. Here's a Google Trends chart of meme coins over the past 5 years, and this thing really boomed hard in February and March of this year. As you can see, it went to the top of the graph at 100. Over the summer, when the meme coins got purged, they went all the way back down to essentially like 10. This is not a very interactive graph. But now, as you can see, it's picking back up, right? It hit 54. It's pulling back to like 35 right now over the weekend. But meme coin mind share and attention it's not at all-time high levels, but it kind of is at all-time high levels relative to the past 5 years, right? Meme coins have never had this much mind share. So being that Elon is the richest guy in the world and he loves memes, maybe this one makes a comeback. I would say it's high risk, high reward, and don't bet the house on it. And then the rich on Solana, my thoughts on this meme coin millionaire rich. New one. Look, these things can either, it's like throwing a dart blindfolded for many of these. You had a few 40% dips, a few 50% dips, and they survived. But for the most part, this thing is a few days old, 1 week old, and it's been up only. So I would be very happy to sit it out. And if I wanted to buy it, I would wait for kind of a major pullback into this level here, 50% lower. That's what I think about these coins. I don't really have any interest in them, but since you asked, Kazuya, I will answer your question. Shout out to Ladradoodle. He said he's ready for the bull run. And we got Fiat Hater as well. What's up, Fiat Hater? We got Rigoberto. What's up, Rigo? Good to have you. Says the theme song is fire. Thank you, sir. We got David W. What's up, David? And we got Elvis. We got Miko. We got All Day Dre. We got Michael, DJ I Manor. Says, hope you're doing good. Keep up the good work. We appreciate you, legend, my man. Good to have you here. Armzilla, what's up? You scooping up any Rio on this dip? So yeah, we got some things happening over with the Relio network, a proposed tokenomics change by the community, and they are the vote, basically the proposal. Let's go look at the proposal. See the live count. See the live count of this tokenomics change. To answer your question though, Armzilla, I have not bought any Rio on this dip personally. So the turnout is 84% in favor of increasing the supply cap to 175 million tokens from 75 million tokens. And these tokens will be distributed to stakers and validators. All right. So it won't just be dropped in the community, and there'll be they'll go out a mission over like 30 to 40 years, as far as I understand. All right. Because it's all staking APY. So yeah, this is what's happening with Rio, and the chart took a very big hit because of it. A lot of people are freaking out, panic selling, because in the past, when a project does introduce something like this, typically it's out of say greed. But yeah, I've been keeping up with it. I've been looking into it a lot. A lot of people are reacting very drastically, which is fair, right? Because money is on the line, and again, when projects have introduced these supply changes in the past, typically it hasn't resulted in great things, especially in the short term, because again, people just panic sell out of FUD. So Rio, all in all, over the past few days since this happened, it dropped 35%, currently down 30%. It's at great prices to buy, right? It's not 12 cents anymore like it was last year. But still over here, 80 cents would be good prices to buy. Now with it, Rio has been my main real world asset coin, and my only one. I have been looking into adding another one to my portfolio because of this, because I just want to hedge my bet. Right, Rio, it was horrible timing. Did they have to do this? No, absolutely not. If they kept everything the same, probably would have been fine, but it is what it is, and this is what happened now. So we'll see how that ends up developing. Shout out to Man with a Plan. He says, happy Sunday, fam. Since there's no chart, I don't want to look anymore. Well, we'll look at it for you, man, with a plan. The chart right now is at an 850 mil market cap for SPX. For anybody that doesn't get the reference, the SPX like motto is there is no chart. But anyways, we'll look at it here on stream for you, man, with a plan so you can see the chart. It's the 850 mil market cap. And look, let's be real for a second. Another thing, right? If we look at these Google trends, if we look at crypto, the keyword search or the keyword search term crypto over the past 5 years, it's at 11 right now. I mean, it's kind of where it was. It's a little more than where it was in October of 2020. And a lot of people have joined the crypto market since that point. So it makes sense to have a higher low from back then. But let's be real for a second. Not a lot of people other than like crypto people are really interested in it. Meme coins, different, right? Those are picking up kind of at higher levels than we've ever seen before in terms of this search term. But crypto as a whole, right? It's not like we're getting flooded with new market participants. Like retail is just rushing into the market right now. And also if we look at Bitcoin, right, over the past 5 years, this is actually to 2004. So this is the all-time Bitcoin interest over time. And it's very low right now. It's at a 10. And I mean, this is where it was in the bear market of 2019, basically. All right, so it's really in the outside of our little crypto bubble here, outside of our little internet friend world of cryptocurrency, you know, where we're online all the time, trading these coins that are just redacted. You know, nobody really cares about this stuff. So does that mean the point I say all this is like, can SPX keep on ripping up? Look, I can never recommend anybody to buy this chart right now. I know Man with a Plan is going to completely disagree, right? I know Murad would disagree because it's going to 100 mil, right? It's got another 100x, or not 100 mil, 100 billion market cap, which means it has over another 100x in it at an 850 mil market cap. I mean, look, very ambitious price targets. And if you're holding this and you can hold it all the way to that, you deserve to catch another 100x from this point. Do I see it happening? Not really, no. But anyways, we'll see what happens here with SPX, right? It's just constantly ripping up. And I'll be damned if it just keeps on going. I will be damned. But yeah, I mean, let's be real, guys. Like, retail is not yet here. They don't care about crypto. They don't care about Bitcoin. We can look at data to confirm that. However, this can change very quickly. And I do expect it to change very quickly as the mainstream media starts to talk. Because remember what happened over here in 2021? News about Elon Musk buying Bitcoin, Tesla putting it on the balance sheet, Tesla accepting Bitcoin payments is blasted 24/7 in the mainstream media. We haven't had that yet. When that happens, that's when your retail news watchers who like watching propaganda and complete bullshit, that's when they're going to come back into the market. They're not here yet. But anyways, not to go off on too much of a rant. I don't know. I don't see SPX. I think it's due for a pullback personally. Local top and then kind of build a higher base and then send more. But just to keep going parabolic, I'm not sure it can sustain it right now, but we'll see. Shout out to Doles. He says, let's go. What's up, Doles? Fiat hater, baby Doge, one of the older memes worth holding on to. Well, you know, Binance did list this one, and since Binance listed it, this is what the chart looks like. So, yeah, I mean, if I was holding this coin, I would keep holding it. Like, same thing with SPX. That wasn't me saying to sell. It's just like if you're gonna be a buyer right now, you're probably gonna get rinsed for a nice pullback. But yeah, if you're a holder of this thing, and I would say to continue. even though this looks pretty brutal here on the daily. Just gonna clear all this garbage out. This does look a little fishy. Some very evident bearish divergence here. After a parabolic move. So maybe this one wants to kind of come back to earth a bit, 0.002. Although being with where we're at in the cycle, expecting everything to pick up, I don't know. I just wouldn't be shorting right now, but we'll see. But yeah, I would hold Baby Doge if I was in it from lower, 100%. And we got Miko. He says, many big accounts turn bearish, credible crypto, etc. Thank God we have even one reliable Connor bull left. Yeah, everybody's got their own opinion in the market. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes credible crypto is right, sometimes he's wrong. As with every other analyst that shares their take on the dynamic financial markets, nobody will have a 100% hit rate, although you can have a pretty dang high hit rate. But yeah, again, I'm bullish, so we'll see. Random19 says, thoughts on TARS, TAI, added to my portfolio. So I get asked about this coin multiple times every week, and my answer hasn't changed. Going off of purely a technical perspective, I think buying TARS at this current price is good because you're in a range. And if we split the range in half, you would be in the bottom end of the range, which some people might term as the discount of the range, whereas the top half would be the premium. So you're in the discount. All right. So off a purely technical perspective here for TARS AI, it's a good level to be buying this coin at 12 cents. All right. Just last week, this thing was 20 cents. All right. That's like, how much higher is that? That's 70% higher from where it was last week. So it can move very quick, or not last week, but 2 weeks ago. This thing can move very quickly. It's a 50 million market cap AI coin on Solana. Again, technicals, it's a good price level to buy it. So yeah, I think that's a good move. That's my thoughts on TARS AI. It's definitely not like the best AI project, but it has fundamentals, low market cap, good chart, and could do quite well. So that's my thoughts on TARS AI. And Ladger Doodle is asking some TA on Sundog. This is a level to be buying, Ladger Doodle. Don't overthink it. All right. Notice we have our green demand level, and price is kind of just sitting right at the top of our green demand level. So I would trust the bullish argument. Also, if you look at this local swing high to swing low, price pulled directly back to the 61.8 golden pocket, as well as this rally demand zone that formed on its recent pump. All right, so this is the level you want to see hold for a higher low and then continuation. So Ladder Doodle Sundog is bullish, and I would keep the long. I would keep it. CCS says, what Tau subnet is worth holding? I get asked this question also pretty frequently. There's Neural. 44 million market cap is decent. There's ones like Hotkey. 7 mil market cap is decent. I'll make a full video on Tau subnets though. There's a few out there worth holding. Thoughts on AXL? Is that Axelar? It's kind of a pointless token. It's a VC token. All right, 640 mil market cap for cross-chain bridging technology. Nobody cares about that. $1 billion fully diluted valuation. Thoughts on this coin is I would not hold it. Bitcoin to 70 grand by the end of the month. Keep watching and keep eating that popcorn. Good chance it does happen. Topi. What's going on, Topi? He says, evening, Connor. Take a look at WorldCoin, Aptos, and Fala PHB. See if we can. Here we go. Here's WorldCoin. So interesting price action for WorldCoin on this Sunday. Daily open dipped to the weekly open, right back to the daily open. So that's pretty bullish. All right, it wanted to retest your weekly open one last time on the last day of the week. And it's also a pretty big horizontal supply level here. And let's zoom this out a little bit. So if we zoom this one out a bit, this is kind of like here at 215, that high, you know, that's the last kind of major level before this. Actually, I would draw it like this. And that's up here at 320. So if price breaks this, you have a potential 56% move on the table, definitely higher, but you know, as a trade target. And then I wouldn't ignore the daily 200 at 271 as your first TP, which is 32% higher. So WorldCoin right now, it is in a position to put in a very bullish move, right? Resistance does get broken through when price is in an uptrend. You know, what do we have? We got lows, we got a higher high, we got a higher low. Now we're looking for the next higher high. So this is looking very good, Topi. It's looking very good. And this is your last supply level to clear. So the question is if it wants to pull back again, like it's already done once since this supply zone formed up here, right? We had this pullback last week. Or if it's just kind of ready to break through and pump. If I had to guess, I would say it's more likely than not ready to break through and pump. And it could happen in, not saying it will, but look, we got our daily and weekly close in 6 minutes. Sometimes these things move aggressively in the last minute of the week just to make the weekly candle look different. And the same thing happened on Tau the other week, right? Last week's candle, right? It put in this mega move from like 560 all the way up to 640, like the last minute of the week, just to make the weekly candle look like this. So crazier things have happened. Anyways, Topi, WorldCoin's looking good here. One last resistance to clear basically before it really starts to accelerate. And then Aptos. So it's had a very bullish weekend. 3 green days in a row here. Weekly must look, yeah, weekly looks kind of insane. 5 weeks now, or actually 4 weeks of green in a row for Aptos. And a pretty big horizontal level to clear here. But with a weekly candle close like this, I mean, it looks very convincing. The bullish argument is very convincing here. So if we look at this, yeah, if you see a move back down to the red here at like 925, that's the level to go long. But I don't know if it gives that to you. It might just take off. But if there was a level to bid, it would be like 930, 925. And then Fala PHB, another good coin, another one with 4 green weeks in a row. And this one broke its diagonal, or it's trying to break its diagonal of the all-time high. Never really looked at this chart before. See, everyone and their mother would be waiting down here. Everyone would be waiting here to buy it at 170. And when everybody's waiting for something, usually that doesn't happen. So this one looks like it wants to continue as well. We've seen this pattern before, this kind of like grindy, kind of like a rising channel. Sometimes it can be in the shape of a triangle. This is all bullish accumulation. Typically, during bullish times, charts like this will put in a violent breakout to the upside. Again, Pepe did this a few weeks back when it broke out. If we look at that right here, right, it's like this rising wedge that would typically be bearish. Right, price just grinding up slowly, and then bang, just goes vertical. So PHB does kind of look similar to that. Where usually this would be, say, a bear flag kind of pattern, although that wouldn't make sense because usually that would be a continuation pattern to the downside, right? But yeah, it's just kind of it's a rising accumulation. I would look for it to go vertical out of it. We got Jazzy in the house. Jazzy says, good to see you, legend. Hope you're doing good. Thoughts on NPC? Think it's too late to get a bag. I like NPC. I've liked it for a long time. I've had it now for a few months. So yeah, it's great to see this move. Is it too late to get a bag? I mean, you're definitely not buying the lows. I don't usually recommend to buy charts that have pumped. However, I mean, it would have worked if you bought SPX anytime within the past month or 2 months. It would have worked with Giga, Popcat, whatever. Just buy the all-time high. It makes a new all-time high tomorrow. So NPC, it's up to you. I would be comfortable with the idea that it can pull back. This is a meme coin. It could pull back 30%. It could pull back 40 to 50% maybe if you buy it up here. We don't want to see that happen, but it could happen. All right. So if you're okay with that happening and holding through that before it eventually would rebound and go higher, well, then, yeah, it's not too late. But I see NPC going to billions in market cap, Jazzy. So overall, in a bull market, you can get away with doing things like buying the all-time high breakout, buying the all-time high resistance. So we're kind of at that time. So it probably will work for you on NPC, but I don't condone it. I don't recommend it. It's up to you to make that decision. Shout out to Coin Operated. He says, hello, Connor. Thanks for the stream, brother. Not financial advice. Would you sell your Jasmine at a 200% profit to have dry powder for meme coins like Hoppy, Fefe, Brett on ETH, ETC, or just ride the Jasmine? I would ride the Jasmine, bro. I'm not going to sit here on stream and tell you to sell your Jasmine, which I think is a pretty solid fundamental coin for Brett on ETH and Hoppy and Fefe. I'm not going to do that, man. I would say keep the Jasmine and go get money from somewhere else if you want to buy some bullshit meme coins. What's up, Stacy? Smash that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate your support, Stacy. Donkey Dong. Hey, Connor. What's up, Donkey Dong? How are you? Smash the like button if you haven't already. We got King Louis XIII. He says, Connor, have you seen Router Protocol? Any thoughts on the token and the team? So yeah, they did their token swap. What a chart, huh? I mean, this is what people would think a Memecoin chart looks like. It's a joke. But anyways, they did a token swap. Thoughts on it and the team? I think it has potential still, but it's just been, it needs to gather a new community and holder base, because everyone else from before is like, just screw this project, I don't care about it. All right, so they have a lot of work to do to rebuild what's been lost and broken from their antics. And I mean, in a market where there's so much opportunity and upside with so many assets, focus is probably better elsewhere. Hello, Emin. How are you? Man with a plan. What's up, my man? Agrees with the agrees with these graphics. Yeah, retail isn't here yet. Still very much PvP, but ideally that does change. Bitcoin getting some action right now. Bitcoin deserves all the action, man. And all right, so it's 8:02 p.m. on the East Coast here, which means we got our weekly candle close for Bitcoin, and a new week has now started. We are now 2 weeks down in October and 2 weeks to go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're getting into some interesting time spans, some interesting timelines here. And we got ourselves a fresh week and a fresh Monday range to form here. And we'll see how we go. We'll see what the initial move will be on the week. But yeah, it's going to be a big one, I think. This is going to be a big week, guys. Remember me saying this 3 days from now. Let's see. Emin says, what do you think about Trump coins? According to another failed attempt. I'm not sure what you mean by the last part of that question. But in terms of Trump coins overall, a thesis is still intact. I would say everything's kind of looking right on track. And we got ourselves 22 days until election day. 3 weeks. A lot can happen in 3 weeks. All right, a lot can happen in 3 weeks. Look at what's happened in 3 weeks in the past with charts like this. So on the weekly here, just looking for the higher time frame kind of levels on the weekly. Just above $7 is a major level. That's a major level of resistance. So from our bottom call here at Crypto Empire, that would be a 345% gain. To all the folks that have been following me on the Trump play, $7 and $7 to $7.50. I would consider taking heavy profits there and leave a moon bag for higher. That's how I would play Trump and Trump coins going forward. And it doesn't matter which one you're looking at. If you're looking at MAGA, again, we would do the same thing. We wouldn't try and overcomplicate anything. We just look for the most important level on the weekly. And for something like this, I reckon it would be right around here. This weekly candle is what I'm looking at. I like this one. Although this is such a lower market cap, I don't know if it's the best idea to be doing like this analysis on this coin, right? This thing, it's the MAGA hat. I mean, it's a symbol of America making a comeback. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of disrespectful to say it only has another 62% to go from here. This is the symbol of America's comeback, guys. That's more accurate. But yeah, Trump coins still looking good 22 days out from the election, and I'm still expecting more upside on them. We got Blue over. He's watching on X. He's asking about Titan X. Well, the Ponzi is ripping to the upside. So last time I looked at this coin, it was in a live stream 2 weeks ago or something. It might have been you, Blue, who asked me about it, or somebody else. But yeah, that's when we put the bull flag on the chart, and it broke out. So not too much to say about it other than GG. Well played if you took the bull flag. If you've been holding this coin, congrats on the gains. And I mean, look at this chart. If it's actually going to put in a run here, it's got clear skies ahead. Excuse me, I kind of have to sneeze, but it's going away, so it went away. Let's see. Fiat Hater says Cat on the daily is not looking so good. ... Question mark. Let's find out. I wouldn't be too scared about this red candle. Now, the thing with Cat is it's a total cabal coin. It's total cabal coin, man. Like I said, when I first started doing the daily streams, it's been like a month now. The influencer guy from the Simon's Cat team or whatever, like, reached out to me. He thought I was this other guy on YouTube, also named Connor. They're paying everybody to talk about this coin. It's a cabal coin. The supply is bundled. I don't know if it's bundled, but I know it's handled by very few. This is a Dubai cabal. So the market doesn't particularly like that stuff too much. That's the only worrying thing I have about this coin. I would say everything else is pretty solid about it. Let's pull up the full chart. Okay. So if the cabal is going to do what they do and sweep out all the weak hands, they're going to send this to this lower green box at 1,700 and then push it back up. If they really want to, if the market makers really want to get everyone out. On the perps chart, we don't have any data to the left. Here's what I'll say about Cat. In terms of probabilities, I would say there's over a 50% chance that this was the bottom, and this dip is a fake dip to be buying. Say it's over 50% that this is the worst of it, and it's going to go up from here. But there is this scenario where Cat comes down, flushes out more, and then goes up. But yeah, talking about cabals and that kind of stuff, I'll show this to you guys. Just if you're not aware of kind of what's happening in this market currently and the whole cabal talk, I'll explain it right now so you understand it. So here we got this guy. His name is Psycho. Give him a follow back. My man, thanks for following me. So he says, major red flags with Nairo. Let's talk about the cabal behind it. Binance never lists a $15 million market cap token, but they listed the Nairo community takeover. A bit suspicious. So 50% of Nairo's supply was instantly deposited and 70% followed within days. This coin is controlled by a cabal linked to Binance, Justin Sun, and Pepe Whales. They've been accumulating 70-80% of the supply hidden in plain sight. And yeah, so basically they listed this coin at a 15 mil market cap when there was another Nairo coin, the Nairo ETH, that was, I believe, in the hundreds of millions in market cap. Yeah, this thing's still at 124. So yeah, they basically made their own Nairo, bought all the supply, and then listed it on Binance. And it's a good narrative. Doge's sibling, right? This dog here, but they sent it from 15 mil market cap to 860 mil, and I believe it did tap a billion, or just shy of a billion. So I mean, yeah, I mean they cornered the supply. They literally cornered the market. So, anyways, this guy says no obvious bundles, no linked wallets, each holding under 2%, a tactic used to mask manipulation. They then airdropped 80% of the supply to Vitalik, exchanges, market makers, and Binance. If this token were truly organic, buyers would have purchased it on the market, but they didn't. The cabal handled it for all of them. This same playbook has been used on projects like Mudang on ETH. This other one, Doggo and Pochita. Now Binance controls the supply, wash trading and manipulating the price while collecting massive fees. That's why Binance listed this token so early and kept it quiet. It's a golden goose stolen from the community. For comparison, Doge belongs to the people. Binance only holds 1% of Doge. Nairo should follow Doge's lead, but not this manipulated path. So yeah, good tweet here by Psycho, kind of giving us the details about, because I've said this many times over the past few weeks, Binance owns the Nairo coin, and here's concrete proof that they do. So anyways, CAT is a cabal coin as well. I don't know. The market's kind of low IQ, as we know. So maybe they look past this, but I think people are really wising up, right? And they want this stuff like SPX and Giga or whatever, where it's, you got to figure like Murad buying the coins off of the open market and not selling, right? The cabal thing might be coming to an end. We'll see. And the path to organic stuff and originality may come back as well. We'll see. Speaking of Murad, I thought this was interesting. Here's a tweet of his from August 22nd, all the way back in the summertime. It's already mid-October, and it's getting cold now. But anyways, here's a tweet from mid-August talking about his top 20 by market cap that are relevant to this cycle. All right, and you see a few familiar names here, right? Pepe, Whiff, Bonk. You see Brett on here, Popcat Mog, right? You see Turbo. You see Pepe Coin, which is with Based AI. You see Gigatron, Ponky, NPC as well. See coins like Mumu, Apu, Ticker Bitcoin, which is, let's take a look at Ticker Bitcoin real quick, actually. This thing's putting in some work here at 33 cents. Very, very clean breakout. We've discussed this many times over the past month here on the live streams all throughout this period. So we'll go ahead and add that one to the list. Anyways, I thought this was interesting to share. You also see Bobo on here. You see Toshi as well, which is actually quite interesting. And talking about base meme coins, Toshi is the first meme coin on Base, to my knowledge. It's at a 75 mil market cap. A lot of people are very bullish on this, but there's some competition arising because there's also KeyCat, which is at 69 million, about to flip this thing. So Base is certainly getting some interest. Why is that? Again, meme coins are taking up, they're at all-time high levels of interest. Literally, it hasn't been this high in the past 5 years ever. Kind of at the same levels as the peak in 2021, although it surpassed that last week. So yeah, meme coins are all-time high levels of interest, guys. So that's why Base meme coins are picking up. People can't stay away from memes. Anyways. Patrick Allen, he says, hey, Connor, what's good, bro? What's up, Patrick? How are you? He says, is there still opportunity to get into SUI to hold a few months, or it's too high already at the moment? I think you can still get in. I see this going again. I think $6 is a conservative target. I think $8 to $10 is kind of an ambitious yet realistic target that can hit. And it's just now in price discovery. And again, if there's a time to get away with buying things when they're breaking out into price discovery after already going vertical, it's now that you can get away with it. Let's see. Where's my 4618? So 3618 extensions at 840, 4618 is at $10. So yeah, more upside to come still. You're not early anymore, but as long as you sell before the VCs do, you can turn a pretty decent profit. Crypto Lexi says, how does the Hammy chart look to you? I've been seeing Hammy getting talked about a lot recently. It looks like a bullish chart to me. Okay, you can see price trying to work through this level. But this is one of those memes that, like, I'm pretty sure it's completely viral on TikTok. And it also has a gold check. I was looking at this yesterday. It's funny you bring this up. Yeah, this is one of those I think Kylie Jenner has shared this in the past. The normies love it. So I mean, that's good. And the chart's starting to pick up. If we go to our 4 hour, let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. If we go to the 4 hour here, it does appear that we are in a bull flag on Hammy. So it looks good. It looks like it wants to go higher. Stacy Lewis says, how do you create a new coin? Do you have to have partners in order to create one? No, there's websites like pump.fun where you can launch a coin in a few minutes nowadays. That's why there's so many meme coins on the market, and there's so many new ones that come into the market every single day. Many new meme coins every single day for that reason. Talking about meme coins, here's another interesting tweet from Rookie XBT. He says the combined market caps of XRP, Cardano ADA, and Polkadot at the highs of the last cycle was $204 billion. If that were distributed evenly into 20 different meme coins, you'd still have each meme be worth $10 billion. Think about that for a second. Basically, he's saying that none of these coins are close to $10 billion, by the way. None of these meme coins are close to 10 bill. Some of them are at 1 bill. There's obviously Doge and SHIB, which are at 15 and like 12 respectively. Pepe's at 4. WIF's at 2.7. It's really crazy to think that these things can go astronomically higher from this point. It really is nuts. Like SPX at 10 bill. Again, that's another 10x from here. Murad's target's 100x from here plus. It's really crazy to think what may be happening here, what we're in the very early stages of. It's going to get wild, guys. It's going to get very wild here in the coming months. So I'm still sticking with my two-tiered approach. As I talk about this, let's look at BTC. I'm still sticking with my two-tiered approach, where I have the utility fundamental coins. I have a lot of AI coins. I also have a decent exposure to meme coins. A lot of them on this Murad list from back in 2024 in August, a few months ago. But yeah, We'll see where the liquidity flows this time around. It's certainly not going back into Polkadot, right? There's nobody's going to buy Polkadot. Polkadot's done for. It's toast. It's over. Cardano, same kind of thing. Although maybe it does make some kind of comeback, but I mean, it's largely vaporware. So yeah, the liquidity is not flowing back into these coins. It's going to go somewhere else this time around. AI, memes. I mean, it just makes the most sense. Let's see. Fiat Hater, he says, Sam Altman is doing a live presentation on the 17th for WorldCoin. It could be big. Indeed, that could be big. Buying heavily Cetus and Moonwell. AO, well having a weekend here. Very strong weekend from Moonwell, putting in that breakout, right? This stuff can happen quite quickly. That looks very promising for continuation higher. Same thing with Cetus. These coins are on something else, man. Trading like meme coins out here. I mean, this thing is basically in price discovery, taking out the listing wick. So, I mean, these look very strong. And buying into strength in a bull market is a pretty decent strategy. Talking about price discovery and things of that nature, BitTensor Tau is quite close to price discovery currently. It's only 18% away, 20% away from the all-time highs. So it's in pouncing distance. It doesn't give much on dips. We got another one of these kind of rising wedge patterns playing out at a big resistance level. And again, usually this is bearish and you expect it to break down, but with where we're at currently, I won't show you the Pepe chart again of the same exact pattern breaking out to the upside, but I think it's going to pull one of those where it just kind of maybe comes and tests the bottom trend line once again and then makes its move back into the 700s and goes after that all-time high. If there was ever a time for these things to be happening, I would say right now is a pretty good time for them to happen. Tau's looking good as well. Trippy, he says, all meme coins lead to the place of origin, which is, I would say, it's Bitcoin. Dre says, Retardio is looking sexy. That's just a funny sentence, Dre. Add a lot of resistance on the 4 hour. Talk about putting in work. So another one of Murad's top picks, Retardio. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's one of Murad's picks. We'll run through them. Mini as well. Bang. There you go. I was watching a podcast that Murad did, the Steady Lads podcast, a bunch of like ETH guys, asking him pretty good questions, pressing him a bit. And somebody asked him, would SPX pull, would have it pulled the same move if you didn't mention it as like your most bullish coin? And Murad's like, oh, it would have done the same thing. All I did was I lit the powder keg that already was just ready to explode. Let's be real for a second. None of these coins would have done shit if Murad didn't call them. They likely would have pumped at some point, but would have SPX pulled a 90x in 3 weeks? No. Absolutely not. All right. Again, we are in the attention economy, and people are influenced by talking heads online and anonymous and docs Twitter accounts online. People want to be spoon-fed information. So it absolutely would not have happened if Murad didn't make that list and give that presentation at Token 2049. Would Brett have pumped to 2 billion market cap if Crash didn't make his video on it and, you know, shill it constantly 24/7 for months on end? Obviously not. All right. So don't believe that type of stuff. Oh yeah, it would have done the same thing without me. I mean, look, we're not retarded. It would not have done the same thing without you. Absolutely not. But you got to respect the game. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying that was he lied on that one answer to that question, or he believes his own lie. But yeah, all of Retardio looks like one of Murad's picks currently. I mean, and they're all flying. What's another one? Lock in. I mean, all these things look identical, just ripping on the daily. So being that Retardio is one of those picks, it is a good cult. It's a funny thing they got going over there at Retardio. You know, we can see this thing continue to rise to the upside. Joey Joe, if you're watching, shilling me Dream Machine token DMT all the time. You're getting the breakout on Dream Machine token. The Stanko TV Corp getting some attention right now. So this could be a play here. It likely is. Starting to break out now, but likely has a lot more upside in it. My bad, Germans won. I missed your super chat from earlier. Thank you for the 199 euro super chat. He says, new project called Cryptify AI, really top project. That's the one where you can track the influencers, I believe. Yeah, it is. Somebody mentioned this the other day on stream. Something like this. It's a great tool. Great tool. The token attached on top, I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see. Staking. Yeah, I mean, look, this is a bull market token where if you can make a profit on it, you take your profit and you never buy it again. Plain and simple. Enjoy the bull market tokens because they pump and they never come back after it's done. So that coin, Cryptify AI, is strictly a bull market token. And if you're riding in the pump up, make money on it and then never buy it again. That's my best advice I can give you. Ladradoodle, can you highlight Murad's best buys currently off his list? Which list? The top 10 list or this one from August, which also includes all of his top 10 coins. But Bobo down here at the bottom, I think is a great buy. To all the nerds out there that are saying, oh, he's just shilling Bobo because he owns it. He has that coin. Yeah, obviously. I haven't hid the fact that I own this coin. Yeah, Bobo's a great buy right now. Weekly, very quiet on the weekly. Very, very quiet on the weekly. Maybe it gives you a sweep at this level over here. You got to be watching it to be able to pick that up, though, to buy it. But all in all, I would say Bobo, in terms of reward to risk, it's at a great level. I mean, it is a bit late, but Apu and Bobo kind of go in tandem. Apu will go to billions. I mean, this is a great meme. How can you not love Apu? So, yeah, I mean, that's a good one. And Ponky sticks out at me as well. Ponky is out of the buy zone, right? This green box was the buy zone put on the chart back in June, July, yeah. And price was in it for a few months. It's now out of it. So that is quite bullish. But yeah, if I had to pick a few from that list, those are the ones I'd pick. King Louis asks, what does cabal mean? Well, there's a really cool thing out there. It's called a search bar. You don't even have to go to Google anymore. You can just open up a new tab and you can search a word and we'll give you the definition. So here we have cabal, a conspiratorial group of plotters or intriguers or a secret scheme or plot. That's it. Cabal is a group of people who are united in some closed design, usually to promote their private views or interests in an ideology, a state. Basically, people operating in the shadows is what you can think of a cabal as. They want to stay hidden out of plain sight, away from criticism and ridicule, where they can push their often very messed up ideas to the masses and get away with it because they're a cabal until the light gets shined on them and they start to scatter like a bunch of little cockroaches. That's what a cabal is. Man with a Plan says McGregor just shilled Apu. I saw that the bare knuckle fighting championship was partnered up with Apu. I mean, that's kind of epic. Let's look at the Mystic Max Twitter account real quick, though. I don't know where McGregor shilled it, but if you go to the BKFC page, we can see this. By the way, this was so legendary, guys. I was dying laughing. I was watching this and just dying laughing. McGregor is such a legend. Oh man, the guy is such an animal, dude. Look at this. They really like just such a legend, man. Anyways, let's find this tweet about Apu and BKFC. Here it is. Welcome to the new partner, Apu. So yeah, they're doing the right things over at Apu. You got to respect the game, man. You got to respect the game. Can you guys hear this? Oh my god, dude. What a legend. His voice is so shot too. It's so funny, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, guys. Just to summarize everything right here. McGregor's voice is so shot right now. Just to summarize things before we wrap up this stream. We want Bitcoin to go ahead and take out 63.5 as our first order of business. We welcome dips down into our green zone down here. We welcome it. We want it to happen. We welcome the Bitcoin price to come to 61,200 to 58,900 in this green zone, green area. And that's where we like to buy. And ideally, we see the breakout above our red supply zone into the top of the channel at 68,000 and into price discovery. All right. We've been trending in this sideways channel for 7 months. And I do believe we are approaching the time where we'll be breaking out of it. So get ready for it to happen. More likely than not, it will happen before the end of October. All right, guys. So get ready for a bullish week. We'll see you tomorrow, another live stream. So if we have a bearish start to the week, we will address it then. But as of right now, I'm expecting a bullish start to the week. All right, guys. So hope you enjoyed this live stream. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire. Be sure to smash up that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night and a good rest of your weekend.